Hello, everybody. Such a warmonger here, and you are watching Battleground 1250, and right now it is 4 versus 4. Now we've got a bunch of new players here. In player 1 green, we've got the Legend 27. He's a newer player, playing as the Franks. In cyan, we've got the Terrifier, playing as the Teutons. And we've got a vet player, Domisbu, or Dominic, playing as the Britons in blue. And in purple, we got Hyder XV playing as the Sicilians. He's sort of a newer player, but he's played my maps before. Over on the east team, we've got the Mamluks. So the west was Crusaders. On the east team, we've got Trudy. He's a new player in red, playing as the Saracens. T4 in orange. He's another new player in orange, playing as the Saracens as well. We've got Gryslop 3, but he's actually Hellblazer. He's definitely not a newer player. He's a veteran in yellow, playing as the Turks. And we've got myself in gray, playing as the Berbers. All right. So we've got 4 versus 4 today. Crusaders versus Mamluks, classic matchup. Let's see how this goes. So if you look at the pop, it looks like green has already reached his 200 pop. Let's see what his... looks like he's mostly swordsmen, peasant archers, and some heavy cavalry. You have to note that when you are playing as a non-nomad civ, all cavalry is takes up 2 population. So the nomad civs here are the Turks and the Berbers, so they can make light cavalry for only 1 population space. That's why you can see like our populations are higher than the others in terms of cavalry. But you can see there's a basically pure cavalry here. Got light cavalry. We've got an engagement already with some. There you go. We got Hyder not using the spread formation. You should really use your spread formation when you're facing ranged units, because if you ball up like this, you can really get damaged. Because the way projectiles work in this game is ranged units are not 100% accurate, and they have different amounts of dispersion, and anything they hit will be affected. So if they hit your friendly units, you'll hurt them. If you hit your own units, you'll hurt them. But if you're packed tightly in a ball like this, and you receive a volley, it's really bad. It can do a lot of damage. What helps is if you do have a shield. If you look at your unit and it has a shield, that means it can block ranged attacks. That's what the white bar here is for. Mamluks can block 3 range attacks. That's why they're not receiving that much damage. You can see their white bars regenerating. Although some of them weren't able to block anymore. We've got an engagement here in the center. Oh no, is he standing ground? He's standing ground. Okay, we've got a little group of Hyder's swordsmen here just getting massacred and surrounded. We've got an engagement here from in the north. Got a lot of heavy cav pushing into swordsmen. These swordsmen will get mowed down. Thankfully, there are some Mamluks here, but this is a pretty big engagement. It looks like the Legends forces are going to get wiped out. There are reinforcements coming from Dominic on the left side. He's trying to push in. This engagement is getting bigger and bigger as we go. We got some spearmen coming up and trying to push away these light cavalry. So you can see that the morale is sort of even. Both sides are losing a lot. You got Hellblazer's light cavalry, not sure what to do. He's just running around a little bit. And I actually ran out of javelins because I'm actually over here fighting some heavy cavalry trying to kill Dominic. I think I did kill Dominic's general while he was concentrating on this battle in the center. But now we've got a lot of spearmen against light cavalry, which is not good for the East team. You can see that reflected in the morale. Thankfully, there are swordsmen here, and swordsmen in open field battles are better than spearmen. Thankfully, so I believe Trudy should have the edge here at the bottom flank. Meanwhile, up here on the top, you got the Hellblazer's general cleaning up his general's bodyguard. And I do believe since these are Mamluks, they are going to clean this up as well. So the East team has won the field, at least the center field. Well, actually, it's not over yet because we've still got Dominic's mixed spear and swordsman force facing up against Trudy's infantry together with some light cavalry support. These light cavalry are not going to do well against these spearmen. There's still an engagement here. These heavy cavalry from Legend are going to get wiped out, which is a big loss. But now we have light cavalry coming in to try to take out Hyder's force here. Unfortunately, as the Berbers, I have mostly light cavalry, and they are kind of getting slaughtered. Unfortunately for me, so the morale is swinging. I did just kind of want to win the fight against his units. But since I was out of ammo, I kind of just wanted to kill Hyder's general, to be honest. Looks like I kind of lost a lot of morale for us. But if I'm able to kill his general, that's worth it for me. My own general is over here. Yeah. Yellow did lose his general, so there's continuous battles all over the place. I don't know how he lost his general, Hellblazer. So I did wipe out Hyder's force here, and that brought us back. Brought our morale back up, except at the cost of most of my light cavalry force. Not a lot of generals left alive here. John the First, as the Teutons, is over here. His general is vulnerable. He's got to be careful. But we did take map control, so we have control of the southern point, the southwest point. Okay, and we have control of these. We actually have most of the points under our control. The west team only has the northern point and this town under their control. Let's see where the engagements are going to happen now. 4 versus 4 can be pretty chaotic. Okay, we've got a little bit of a lull in the fighting. You can hear some battles going on. Oh no, it looks like Tifur has sent his general's bodyguard over here. These guys are not replaceable. The Kasaki, they're very strong. You don't really want to be losing them. Hopefully they're getting their morale's worth. It looks like they are. They're holding relatively even, except these guys have regeneration, so it's kind of like sad to lose them. So actually, in the end, we did lose morale. Just about 5% morale from that engagement. Trudy is trying to push forward. This group can defeat them, except now you have some knights over here being engaged. Oh no, they're just passing. They're not really fighting. That's not good. This knight could be killed if they just concentrated on attacking it. I'm not sure why these guys are not fighting, but we got another big engagement in the center. We've got some regular light units against light units. But that's why the morale is holding firm. Does look like medium and elite units are not here to help turn the tide. Now it looks like Hellblazer could be attack grounding into here, which is a very good strategy to shoot behind the main line, and he's getting a lot. Oh my gosh, he's getting a lot. All of these Turkish horse archers, you got light horse archers mixed in with Ghazi, just massacring a lot of these units for free. That gave us on the East team 5% more morale. You got a little bit of an engagement here from some medium infantry Mamluks also massacring. It looks like the East team has an advantage of morale at this point. I finally got a reinforcement wave of light cavalry. Look at my big army here. Coming through. Trying to harass these archers, but it looks like they were protected by spearmen, so I do back off. I don't want to lose that many units. The West team is hurting for morale right now. The General's Bodyguard of Hellblazers just investigating. We've got a fight by the bridge over here. Light units versus light units in cramped spaces. If you do it right, the spearmen do have an edge in choke points. But now here I am trying to make a flank. Just trying to see what I can get. But it looks like the spearmen are protecting a lot of units. So I throw some javelins into the mix. I only have another volley here and I ran out. So you only get very few volleys when you use javelins right here. The bridge battle is still going on. I do think that... Like I said, the spearmen do have an edge because of their .33 range. So I think that's what's happening, actually. So I bought more javelins. And now I have a flank in the back. I try at least, but he's got spearmen engaging. It looks like I'm trying to engage. I think, well, maybe I can beat these spearmen if I have enough light cavalry, but that wasn't a good idea. I have my light... And I actually lose us a lot of morale, unfortunately. That definitely was not worth it. So that was a mistake on my part with my light cavalry. I can't use my light cavalry in that manner. Because these are really light. They actually have 0 armor. So they get massacred fairly quickly by spearmen. We did kill a few, but it wasn't enough. These are worth more morale points than the spearmen are. The bridge battle is still going on fiercely. Now, because of that blunder on my part, the morale is getting back to even. And it looks like the legend might be shooting into this area, although I'm not sure he's... Looks like he could be on auto fire. He might have run out of arrows. Let's check on his arrow count. Yes, he ran out of arrows, so... Now his peasant archers aren't really shooting. So basically, the legend needs to buy more arrows if he wants all of these weak units to shoot. But this bridge battle is still going on. Tifur has the edge. That's why the morale is going back up for the east side. Hyder trying to see if he can push in, but he is going to face Mamluks, which are medium infantry, which means that they are actually good against fighting these spearmen, which are just regular light units. They're free. But these guys cost gold, so... If you cost gold, that means you're either strong or useful. So you're either like a horse archer, horse skirmisher, or light cavalry, which makes you useful, or you're strong, like a heavy cavalry, or a medium cavalry, or medium infantry, or elite infantry, or heavy infantry, something like that. So we're fighting over our central point. Looks like we're winning, so we're getting our morale damage back up. And there is some harassment coming from Hyder, trying to find some units to harass, but I have a big group over here. And I try to send in some Ajnad now, because I decide, you know what? I'm having trouble with these spearmen. I need something to deal with them. I'm also pointing out all of the different points on the map, which can be captured. Let's see if these are Mamluks or regular spearmen. They are regular spearmen, which makes them vulnerable to the swordsman. So you're going to see this morale is probably going to start going down. Especially... But if we kill some heavy cavalry, we might actually gain some morale. This bridge battle is really going fiercely. T4 is trying his best to push forward, but because of the archer fire and crossbow fire, I think I see more dead orange bodies over here. They are firing into their own men, so he has to be careful. Meanwhile, Hellblazer is pushing in with light cavalry and heavy cavalry. There's nothing to protect his longbowmen and his crossbowmen. So these cavalry are just feasting on some free food over here. So the reason why archers and crossbowmen need to be protected is they have minimum range. And so they're just like getting slaughtered. Now you do have a couple knights here, hospitalers, irreplaceable hospitaler knights, trying to protect them. But this cavalry is being chased back. Now the battle is continuing to rage here. Louis the 9th is still over here. that archer fire was so intense that these houses are starting to burn. These medium Mamluks are deciding they need to fall back, but not before they take some important and heavy knights down with them. They're actually reinforcing over here. You've got Al-Ashraf Musa providing some attack speed bonus, because when you have a general here, that actually gives 15% faster attack. And like I said, in the bridge battle, or kind of like an isolated, like a choke point, spear units with .33 range do have a... Oh wow, a house went down. Do have an advantage. So these guys will probably win, except for the fact that there is archer fire helping with that. I've got a big group of light cavalry here getting ready to fight. I've got my Ajnad light infantry here as well. And we are fighting, but because... Ooh! You've got medium and elite infantry here. Teutonic Knights. And sergeants. These sergeants are medium, knights are heavy. Protecting these archers. Okay, so now more spearmen. More... I don't see Mamluks this time. Oh, but there is heavy cavalry chasing Hellblazer away. It's falling back. It looks like there's only 32% morale left, so I'm pushing forward, sending my Ajnad here. Big volley, cutting into some spearmen. I don't want to use the next volley. Let's see how many I have left. Alright. Looks like another standoff here. Spearmen versus... and Mamluks versus sergeants. With Teutonic Knights mixed in, this could be bad for the Mamluks. We've even got the general here. If they snipe that general, that could be bad. But there is a big engagement here close to the base of the Crusaders. Their morale is pretty low and we're starting to flood through. I think there's a lot of opportunity to kill some crossbowmen, so I come in. Orange general has fallen, dang. So I think, okay, I can engage this, but unfortunately there's actually a lot of spearmen here. So now the Crusader morale is going back up. This is another mistake. I'm not playing the Berbers very well. I am losing a lot of light infantry. That gives the West... This is a very good engagement for the Western side. I lose a lot of morale because I lose so much free light cavalry. And it wasn't worth it. I just didn't see all of these spearmen and mixed in. I lose my another huge army. That's another mistake on my part. That might have been really bad. I think we could have won the game right there and then if I didn't just push in and just harass from afar. I think the music agrees. It's very solemn. Very sad. And now Trudy's general's bodyguard is over here. About to get massacred as well. This is a turn of events. The Crusaders with that big massacre of light cavalry from my side. And along, if he loses all of this heavy cavalry. These are all heavy cavalry. Actually, these are light horse archers. That was a big loss. And now the Mamluks are on the back foot with all of the light cavalry lost. So I wasn't using the Berbers correctly, unfortunately. It's very hard, it's very micro intensive, and you really have to be able to harass. We do see a perceived weakness. Maybe we can snipe Louis the Ninth. He seems to be stuck. And I'm starting to throw my javelins at him. And I do see some vulnerable peasant archers. Louis the Ninth lost. He's under attack. He's losing armor. And that's it. He's gone. So now we're back to even morale in this engagement, except there's a bunch of medium and heavy infantry mixed with spears, or spears mixed in. And now we do have to pull back. There's a lot of spearmen here on this side, but no Mamluks, just regular spearmen. So they will do well against this heavy cavalry, but not medium infantry. Actually, they might win this engagement. But if they are attacked by sergeants and elite infantry, they will lose. Actually. That was a mistake. Some stray heavy cavalry going in here. What's going on here? Trudy trying to win some battles with some swordsmen. This is actually not a bad engagement for him if he just pushes in. Because this is, it's open battle against spearmen, so he should win that. Unfortunately... Oh, we're getting some units back. These knights are very strong, though. What's special about them is they can block melee attacks this time. Now here comes some reinforcements. We've got an engagement over here. Oh my god. That is a lot of Teutonic Knights. Okay, so we have surrounded. The Mamluks have surrounded this force. So they will gain the morale advantage back. It's back to the Mamluks because of the loss of this force. And over here, we've got spearmen. Actually, these are Mamluks, so they can handle everything that's thrown at them unless they're just destroyed by crossbowmen or heavy infantry and sergeants. Which is what's happening. They're getting destroyed by crossbowmen. There's a huge group of Teutonic Knights coming here, crossing the river. Now, these are very strong, but without ranged support. If this big group of knights is lost, then that's going to be a lot of morale loss, because these actually do cost a lot of morale. If you lose one, that's more morale loss than if you lose like a medium infantry or light infantry or ultra light infantry. And now, because they're very slow, I mean, they do walk 0.8 speed, but which is not bad in this version of the game. But you know what? Arrows. Lots of arrows. Okay, so the group that was here is gone. The group that's here, the Mamluks, they're not doing bad. They're actually holding their own against all of this light infantry. But here's the main story. Big group of Teutonic Knights getting massacred by javelins. This might be it, fellas. Ladies. Oh my god, did you see that, golly? Look at all that morale being lost right there and then. That was it. That's the end of it. So the Mamluks have won this game. It was very back and forth, actually. In a 4v4. Yeah, I actually thought, like, I don't remember if we won this, but I'm glad we did. So let's look at the stats. Oh my god, Hellblazer went all out in this game. Well, he was Turks, so he was kind of just using mostly horse archers. If we look on the Crusader side, we have Domisbu, or Dominic, holding the fort, being the best KD guy on his team. But I do think, well, mine wasn't very good. It was relatively even. T4, a little slightly bad. Trudy, relatively even. But Hellblazer, the star of the game, the legend, doing pretty well on his team as well. Actually, he's better. He did better than Dominic. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed that game. I'll see you in the next one.